An American journalist kidnapped in 2012 while covering the Syrian civil war has reportedly been freed from captivity and handed over to the United Nations. Peter Theo Curtis was abducted along the Syria-Turkey border in October 2012. Details are still scarce, but the UN has confirmed he was handed over to peacekeeping forces Sunday evening in the Golan Heights. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry said it took 2 years of work to secure the release of the journalist from the al-Qaeda-linked al-Nusra Front. Some reports are crediting Qatar for acting as a go-between. Curtis's release comes just less than 2 months after a video showed the Boston native seemingly in dire conditions. Though in a later video he said he had everything he needed, and everything has been perfect: food, clothing, even friends now. That statement is vastly different from an account given by another American journalist, Matthew Schreier. Schreier escaped in 2013 and described being tortured and starved by his captors. It's now known he shared a cell with Curtis. Curtis's release comes just days after the execution of American journalist James Foley by the Sunni militant group ISIS. Another American journalist, Steven Sotloff, is reportedly one of a handful of reporters still being held captive by the group. The militant group has threatened to move forward with his execution if the U.S. does not stop airstrikes against ISIS outposts in Iraq. Journalists as a whole haven't really found any sort of safe haven while covering the ongoing civil war in Syria. A committee to protect journalists report from late last year called the country the most dangerous place for journalists to cover. The CPJ counts at least 70 journalists who have been killed while covering the civil war that has claimed the lives of more than 191,000 people. In his statement, John Kerry also said the U.S. will continue to use every diplomatic, intelligence, and military tool to bring any remaining U.S. captives back to America. For Newsy, I'm Jay Struberg.